All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for real people just like you and just like me. Sad news. If you're a fan of Deep Purple, guitarist Steve Morse has officially left the band, although he's kind of left the door open a little bit here and there for a possible occasional return to the band. But he's got something far more serious to deal with, and that would be his wife, Janine, who was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Initially, it was thought that Steve Morse could get off of the road for a little while and then attend to his wife and then maybe get back on the road with Deep Purple. But he's made the decision to permanently pull the plug on his membership with Deep Purple. He was in that band for 28 years. People immediately think of Ritchie Blackmore when they think of Deep Purple, and it's a bit, you know, unfair to Steve Morse. Ritchie was an amazing guitarist, the master of the big fat power chord, whereas Steve Morse was like a guitar artist, and their style couldn't either man just very different in their approach to guitar playing. Not to say that I like Ritchie better or I like Steve Morse better, but you got to give Deep Purple credit for taking a chance with Steve Morse, even though pretty much in every guitar publication at the time that Deep Purple hired Steve Morse, every publication was gushing with praise for Steve Morse, and he was winning awards. And he seems like a really decent guy, too. He seems like he's not full of himself. And again, you can juxtapose that with that other guy, Ritchie Blackmore, right? But there are some Purple fans that can't accept Deep Purple without Ritchie Blackmore. Here's what happened too. The radio industry changed quite a bit when Steve Morse joined the band. So not only did he not get the recognition that he should have, but he didn't get any radio airplay as those Purple albums went largely unnoticed, and they still go largely unnoticed on terrestrial radio for the last 30 years. It's been just crazy how little people talk about Deep Purple in general. They were finally inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame a few years ago. Better late than never, right? But, this battle between camps, like who's better, in this situation, I would just let it go. I mean, the guy served this band really well, and he is a top guitarist for sure. Stylistically, again, very different from Ritchie Blackmore, but this band took a lot more chances because of that. I think they got a little bit more progressive sounding as the years went on, and then in their later years, even a little quirky, thanks to some interesting songwriting and Steve Morse, who provided them a great musical palette for all of their interesting lyrical ideas. So this is from the Facebook page of Steve Morse. He says, I've already played my last show with Purple, and that was on the Legends of Rock tour, or Rock Legends Cruise, I should say, which is a little bit different than a Rock Legends tour. I wish to thank the listeners who so strongly supported live music and turned every performance from a dress rehearsal to a thundering, exciting experience. I'll miss everybody in the band and crew, but being Janine's helper and advocate has made a real difference at many key points. Again, wife Janine, stage 4, very aggressive cancer and really difficult chemo treatments. So obviously our prayers are going out to Steve's wife, Janine, and Steve too, to help her just kind of cope with all of this. I mean, this is pretty rough. Great band, great band. Even, in recent years, still putting out great material. And Steve Morse, very, very prolific guitarist, and really didn't get the publicity that a lot of other people have gotten over the years. I mean, you hear the same people talked about over and over again. you hardly hear about Steve Morse because he's so unassuming, such a decent, down to earth guy. And again, we wish him well, and we hope that his wife can beat this cancer. This is pretty rough. And obviously, Steve Morse, I'm sure, wouldn't just quit Deep Purple unless it was something very serious that he needed to attend to. So kudos to him for being a good husband and for doing the right thing. And kudos to Deep Purple for having the Stones, shall we say, not the Rolling Stones, but those other Stones, to take a chance on Steve Morse many years ago. It has served them well. He injected a new sound, a new energy, and probably even inspired some better songwriting and playing from the other members of this amazing band that continues to go on even without Steve Morse. So that's the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications. Patreon. I need some new patrons for just $1 a month. If you like the channel and you want to help support the channel, that's all I'm asking for. $1 a month, $2 a month, whatever you can afford. And until next time, we'll see you then.